Uncle Rod, Warriors, welcome into another edition of the Front Seven West Show. I'm Vince Ingram. How y'all doing out there? I think I'm by myself. I'm still trying to get it together. What up, Kud? What's up? What's up? What's up? How's everybody weekend? Hopefully it was on point. Mine was on point. Worked. Very productive. Got a lot of things done. No complaints. You know what I'm talking about? Thank the Lord for Jesus. Thank the Lord for Jesus. This is ridiculous, man. JB, what's up, Jerry? What's up, brother? Yeah, I need Kyle to get an update what's going on too, man. Remind me. So I got a few things I want to talk about. I want to discuss. Jimbo, what's good, baby? What's good? I got a few things I want to discuss, man. I want to get y'all take on this right here, man. The first thing is, have y'all ever witnessed? You know what I can't stand, man, and this goes for men and women. This goes for men and women. I can't stand the tough guy act. You know what I mean? I had to think about this. And let me explain. The tough guy act is when, you know, you have a disagreement and, you know, you got them people, it don't matter to me, whatever. Whatever. It don't matter. You just let me know. Them people right there. And let me tell you something. That is the worst thing you can do. On both ends, especially if you don't really, really feel that way. And, you know, you run into a lot of people, man, they don't actually feel that way. That's just how they, you know, they just got to be the tough guy. You know what I'm saying? You got to be tough like, you know, hey, just whatever. It don't matter to me, you know. And then when you get behind closed doors, you know, they doing that in front people. Then you get behind closed doors, it's a whole different ball game. You know what I mean? Then you got the, well, why are you acting like that? You know what I'm saying? Can we just talk? You know, wait a minute. You know what I mean? Yesterday, I mean, you serious about it is what it is. I mean, dead serious. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what happened between yesterday and today? You know, those people, man, they tripped me out, man. They tripped me out. You know, I have to say, you know, I'm guilty of being that myself to a certain extent, or have been that in the past. I've grown up since then. But I mean, that was once upon a time, you know, I was a tough guy like that, you know, whatever. It don't matter to me, whatever. You know what I mean? I think that's lame, man. It's lame, and it'll get you in a world of hurt and in a world of trouble when you play them type games. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, what about you, Bodine? You rock like that, man, or you used to rock? I know you don't do it now, man. But you know, back in the day, you know, we wasn't as mature. You know, we did things, man, that we or you know, acted certain ways that, you know, that ain't too sexy, man. And you know, it's just one of them things, man. I think it ain't, you know, it's not cool. You know, y'all know what I'm talking about. You know, y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't. Yeah, you know, it's just whatever. It's just whatever for me. You know, however you want to do it. And then as soon as the weekend comes, or as soon as the drink wear off, you know, now you want to, you know, you want to get cozy. You want to, you know, apologize. You want to do all these things. But when I tell you, that kind of thing will get you kicked off the bus. You know, it'll get you kicked off the bus. The tough guy act is what I'm talking about. You get that from men and women. The tough guy act. You know, when it comes to, you know, going back and forth with your lady, or going back and forth with your dude. You know, you want to portray this image. You know, and then the worst part is when you let your boys goose you up, or not really your boys, because I can honestly say, fellas, they typically stay out of that type thing. You know what I mean? They just kind of like, hear what you saying and they keep it moving. Most time it's the ladies that want to chime in and get advice. And most time them the miserable ones, because they want you to be miserable like them. So, girl, please. He said, what? Hell yeah, what you tell him? Shoot, I told him, it's just whatever. However he won't do it. We can go or we can stay. Yeah, that's what I would have told him too. You know what I mean? And she going on to trust me, she gonna that homegirl gonna make a phone call and get her somebody to come through. Now you gotta go to the house by yourself, man. So, it's something to think about. Next time you want to pull this tough guy stuff, something you really want to think about, before you pull that trigger. Cause the grass ain't always green on the other side. I'm here to tell you. Something you want to think about. Listen, man. I was wondering, keep it real at all times, huh, bro? I feel you, man. I feel you, bro. I feel you. You know what, man? I was wondering. You hear people say, you're doing too much when it comes to business, right? When you hear people say you're doing too much, can anybody explain to me what that means? Can anybody explain to me what you're doing too much actually mean? Because I really don't understand it. You hear it from different people, and and this and that. Well, let me tell you what it means. What it means is that those people who telling you that when you move forward and you doing stuff productive, Jimmy, and them people tell you doing too much, it's because you're doing too much. As far as they're concerned, you're doing too much, because there ain't no way they can do what you're doing. You know what I mean? And basically, that's just what that means. They saying I can't pull all this off, so you possibly can't be able to pull this off. So whenever somebody tell you, when it comes to being productive, business, whatever the case may be, and somebody tell you that, then you need to you definitely need to disregard it. You know what I'm saying? Because, man, that's the worst thing that could happen. Somebody stop your progress because you believe in that you're doing too much crap. You feel me? So don't ever let that happen, man. Don't ever let that happen. People often wonder how you can do what you're doing. People often wonder how you can do what you're doing. I'm gonna give you a few key tips of how you can keep it moving. Like you see a lot of people moving. You know what I'm saying? Doing this, doing that, starting this business, starting that business. Working all these different hours. Maintaining a relationship, maintaining their physical condition. Keeping up with the kids, keeping up with the grandkids, on and on and on. It's a few components to that, man. And what I just said with your physical appearance, that's one thing. What's up, Big Sam? That's one thing that you got to do. That's one of the first things you have to do is keep your physical appearance up. You know what I'm saying? You have to keep your physical appearance together. And what I mean by that, I ain't talking about no cosmetic stuff. That's cool too, because at the end of the day, people like to deal with decent looking people, man. As crazy as that sounds, I'm just keeping it funky. People like to deal with, good looking, good fit people. They just do. But what I'm talking about is that for you to be able to rip and run like you're going to have to rip and run, you have to be in physical condition. A lot of people don't think that. So they eat bad, they don't work out, they don't get enough rest, and then you end up collapsing while you're in the middle. When you're in the middle of, a project or projects, you know what I'm saying? You end up collapsing or, falling short. So you heard back in the day when some of these artists and stuff used to, Beyonce fell out on stage and dehydration, this and that, and this and that, and the amount of stress that they was putting on their bodies is they still wasn't in enough shape to keep it up. So they either had to get in better condition or they had to downsize some of the stuff they was doing. So that's one of the first things. In my opinion, that is the first thing. You got to be physically capable of bouncing around, doing this and doing that. You got to be physically capable. So that's the first thing. The second thing is man, you got to have, and I know you heard it a whole bunch of times, but you got to have that faith, man. You have to believe that it's no way you can fail. You got to believe there's no way you can fail. Whenever you start a project, you don't even allow failure to come in your mind, and I think as long as you keep that attitude, like, when things, cause you're gonna have things happen. So when these things happen, you just figure out how to fix it. That's it. You just figure out how to fix it. You don't dwell on it. You don't let it, keep you on your knees. You get up and you keep it pushing. So faith is a big one. Your faith in yourself, your faith in God. You have to have that. That's the only way it's gonna work. That's the only way it's gonna work. And then you gotta have consistency. You gotta be consistent at what you're doing. Meaning you can always slow down. But you can't stop. It's a difference. I don't care. And I say this when people are working out and trying to lose weight and stuff like that, or lose the weight. That's the thing about a lot of people, man. You see people up and down, up and down, up and down. They lose weight and then they stop. They think the show is over. Hell, I can get in this size 36 pants. I used to be a 40, or I can get in this size 8 dress. I was in a 15 or 16 or whatever. So I'm good now. And then they start back with the same old stuff that got them in the situation in the first place. You know what I mean? So you have to keep that consistency up. You keep it up. Then you get used to doing it. You know what I mean? So that's very important. Very important. Consistency is very important. And then you got to work in your gift, man. You gotta work in your gift. Whatever your gift is, you have to work in your gift. You can't work in nobody else's gift. You can't see, she's selling real estate. And she breaking the bank. That may not be for you. The real estate thing may not be for you. You may get in and not sell nothing, but those people who are prosperous in the real estate game, man, that's because they made for that stuff. Now I know how I sound, man, but I'm just keeping it real, man. They are made for that stuff. Those people who are $1 million, you'll see them, multi-million-dollar, whatever you call it, they making that kind of money yearly, or they selling that much, yearly, man. That's those people, they made for that. You may not be made for that. You may be made for, for example, I got a cousin, man. He does, he's a landscaper. And I watched him this weekend, and the dude is great at it. Some of the stuff that he was doing, nobody had to tell him. The way he was grooming things, and then he got to tell me all the different things that he had, all the different, contracts that he had with apartment complexes, and I could see why. Because he's working in his gift. He's working in his gift. He's great at what he do. He didn't seem to have a problem with it. He wasn't pissed off about having to be out there. He seemed to enjoy it. That's his gift, man. So that's very important. You got to work in your gift. All this stems around me saying, don't let anybody tell you you're doing too much. That's what it was about. This is what all this conversation about, me saying don't allow anybody to tell you you're doing too much. When you feel like you're doing whatever's productive, then it's never too much. You just keep rocking and rolling. And eventually you're going to get everything, you know what I'm saying? As long as you stay in those, little steps and use that little blueprint, man, I'm telling you, man, you can go far. You can go far. Real talk. Real talk. So I hope somebody heard that and was cool with it. Bodine say, stay 10 toes down all the time, which means stay true to yourself. You got people down with you at all times. You know who they are. Yeah, straight up, man. A lot of people, yeah, you have to know who down with you and who not. You got to know who down with you and who not. And so you're right, bro. It's a lot of people not down with you, man. A lot of people not down with you. So I was gonna ask, man. I did a little integrity experiment today, right? So I want to know, and I want some truthful answers. How y'all would handle this, right? So this is an integrity experiment that I did, and so I went to the store today, and I got a couple of things or whatever, and I bought this little bitty small jar of beard oil, right? And so the beard oil was in the bucket. I forgot to scan it. So listen, I made it all the way out to my car. Put my bags in, and then I was like, damn, I forgot this beard oil. So I go back in, I take the beard oil back, let the guy, man, look, I forgot to pay for this, man, da. So it's like $10, right? So I go back, pay for the beard oil, and go on. So I'm walking, I'm thinking, I'm like, man, how many people would have done that? How many people would have just got in their car and went on, because I mean, the little guys on the scooter wasn't chasing me or nothing. You know what I mean? So I was home free. But look, man, nothing in me would allow me to take that beard oil and go to the house. I'd have tossed and turned all night, man. I'd have tossed and turned all night. That's just me. You know what I mean? So I want to know what some of you cats, man. Sammy, Jerry, the lovely. I want to know how would y'all have handled that? Would y'all have took the beard oil back in there? Or what? I mean, would have, am I lame? Am I a sucker? I mean, keep it real with me. How would y'all would have dealt with that, man? Because it's just one of them things, man. I was just like, it's cool to find out how many people would have did that because, I like to break that type of person down versus the type of person like me who took it back in there, and somebody else may have different perspective. You know what I mean? I want to know that too. So, how many of y'all, Jimmy, would you took it back in there, man? Would you went on to the house with the beard oil and just, one on the beard oil tip? You know what I mean? Sam said he'd took it back also. I know my boy, man. He got a lot of integrity. He got a lot of integrity, man. So I believe you, Sam. I believe you for sure. Ain't nobody else saying nothing, man. They must be thinking it through. I mean, I see how my boy just spit that right on out. You know what I mean? But a lot of the rest of these turkeys, man, Jerry said he would have took it back in there also. Okay. So we got 2. I would have took it back. So now we got 3. So now I don't feel like a sucker, because Jerry said he would have took his back in there also. Sugar Barbie on TikTok say she would have went home. She would have went home, man. Ain't that something? Damn. There's a lot about it. Jim said he would have took it back. Okay, we got all fellas saying they would have took it back. That's what's up, man. Now we see, we starting to see, okay, who really honest out there, the fellas or the ladies. We got one lady done chimed in. She said she took it home. Straight like that. We got 4 fellas that's done said, man, I'd have took it back in there. I'd have took it back in there. I get it, man. I get it. Bodine said, when you do wrong and you know you did wrong, I believe it takes away from your blessing. And I would have took it back. But the old me would not have, and I'd have lost my blessing. Yeah, 9 times out of 10, man, you'd have lost your blessing. Sam said, looks like you got some sticky finger people watching the show. I think so, man. I think so. I think so. I would have to agree. We got some thieves among us, man. We got some thieves among us, brother. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. All the ladies out, yeah. All I'm saying, I'm taking it back in. I'm all the ladies saying I'm going home. I don't went home. Yeah, man. We say it all the time. Hey, we say it all the time, man. Men lie the most, women lie the best. They say it all the time, man. Men lie the most, women lie the best. Chris Rock said it best, man. He said a man's lie is like, hey, I'm going over Craig house, and he going somewhere else. A lady's lie is like, hey, it's your baby. And it's not. At the end of the day, it's not your baby. You know what I mean? Vicky said maybe the beard oil was a blessing. I don't know. I probably would have took that home, put that on my beard, and all my stuff would have fell out. 9 times out of 10. I think like Bodine think. I think karma is a big one, man. They would have come got me. I think so. So I'm gonna leave it be. I think it would have come got me. Real tough. Love said, old me would have kept it. You live, you learn. Karma is a B. Yeah, karma for real, for real. Karma's for real. For real, for real. Listen, man, I want to switch gears for a minute. Now I know all of y'all and know somebody in this situation or have known somebody in this situation, right? So you have okay, you have your people who've been to the penitentiary, right? I know it's taking a dark turn, but I've had this discussion with some people before. And some people was like, yeah, you're right, man. Then some people was like, still very, very impressed. Okay. So Bodine, check this out, man. So you know somebody who's been in the penitentiary. Well, when they go in the penitentiary, some good people, but just made some bad choices. But they go in the penitentiary and then just like a regular person, then they come out, looking like these, like statuesque people, right? Most of the guys. So I want to ask, I'm curious to know because I've seen, a lot of the ladies go bananas behind some of these cats. Now, Bodine a workout guy, and we know how hard it is in the world to be out here and not be tempted by all this temptation. You got your McDonald's, you got your Chick-fil-A, you got your Papa Steakhouse, you got the Cheesecake Factory, you got all these fantastic food. You got Miss Houston's. I mean, man, you got Miss Houston. What can I say? You live in the Tyler area, man. You ain't been to Miss Houston. You need, something needs to happen to you. You don't know what you're missing. But anyway, anywhere in the East Texas area, you need to go by Miss Houston, 11474 County Road 1113. I heard it's just a cold place, man, with a beautiful, patio and the food is fantastic. It's just what I heard. But anyway, so then you get the cats, man. They come out, man, and they hit the gym in there. And then you got your potatoes. I believe they get them the square meal, 3 square meals a day with the potatoes, the meat, the bread, and then you work out like I don't know. Maybe somebody can join, man, who been in the situation. Let me know, man, because I won't really understand. But I mean, you work out and then you come out looking like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I ain't hating now. A lot of cats look amazing, man, when they come out. They, all cut up and, no body fat. And boy, they look amazing. But my thing is, I'm not impressed, man. I'm not impressed. No disrespect. I got plenty, I got a lot of, I know I got a lot of buddies, make the wrong decision early in age. People that I was kin to made wrong decisions early in age. And I'm only talking about the transformation from the go in to come out. with the bodies and all that stuff, man. Now, outside of me, and maybe I'm gonna be long range on this, but outside of me, who else is not impressed? Because you ain't in there fighting Chick-fil-A and Miss Houston's and Cheesecake Factory, Papa Steakhouse, Stu Baby's Grill, Legacy Table. You ain't in there fighting all these temptations, right? You're not fighting all that, man. So it's a little bit simpler to go in there and come out like that. So I'm sorry, man. I just can't pat you on the back, player. I just can't do it, man. I just can't do it. Now you get out and you stay like that, the duration of time you're out there, I give you props. You know what I'm saying? But when you go in and you come out and you just like, all ripped to shreds and stuff like that, man, I can't even tell you look good, man. You supposed to look amazing. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to look amazing. What you think, Sam? Chime in on this, man. Chime in on this. I want to know what you think, man. Maybe it's just me. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's just me, Maybe I'm just one coming out like a hater, drinking a lot of hateration. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, man, I can't applaud that. I can't applaud it. So it is what it is. It is what it is. But they exactly know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Lou, what's up, baby? What's up with it, Lou? What it do, man? What it do? Yeah, man. Yeah, it's just it's one of them things, man. It's just one of them things, I can't really get with it, man. I can't really get with it. Yeah, I can't really get with it. So y'all let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about that. Man, I had I don't know if anybody ever had this happen to them, right? So this was a powerful moment to me that I really didn't understand, but I accepted it and I rolled with it. And I'm just curious to know if anybody ever had a similar experience like this, right? So you're right. I gotta say this. Vicky say it's no different than guys being impressed by women with all these fake body parts. You're absolutely right. You absolutely right. There's no difference. Guys going bananas over these ladies with the booty injections and the booty, whatever, and the breast enhancements and the snatch weights and all that kind of stuff. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. I totally agree. Ain't no different. One got his, because he had nothing else to do, and the other got her because she had the money. So I totally agree. Kudos. I'm like Kendrick Lamar. I like mine with some stretch marks. You know what I'm saying? I like mine with some stretch marks. I know cats like me and Sam. We aggressive guys. I don't know what them booty things is made out of, but I'm sure the way I snatch people around, one of them things be done come off, a bust or something like that. Can't have them problems. You know what I mean? They can't be that durable. Can't be. You love to say, can't get too fat on bologna sandwiches with apples and oranges. That's what I'm talking about. So, y'all gonna have to stop. And the ladies be flocking to these guys. When they come out, they all muscled up. The ladies be, I've seen it. I've seen it. The ladies be flocking to these guys talking about how good they look. And, again, they look good, but they ain't getting honestly, man. You ain't fighting no demons out here. Like me and Jerry, man. We fighting them every day with all this good food out here. We fight them every day, man. So listen, let me tell y'all the story right quick. So I was in church, right? And you know how you go up to the podium, to the pulpit or whatever, and the preacher kind of comes down and he tell you, I'm gonna put my hand on you, da da da, that whole thing, kind of anoint you or whatever and stuff like that. So he going down the road. Now I got my head down, but I'm kind of, looking around, so I see. I'm gonna see when the dude come. He's gonna put his hands on. I don't want to put his hands on me. I wasn't expecting it. I might would slap. That's just me. That's just a reaction thing. But anyway, so he comes down the line, man. Now this something happened. I want to know if something like this happened to somebody. I want y'all to share with this kind of stuff. Is good to share with everybody else. This is really good to share. So when he come down to me, I hadn't seen him do this to anybody else. I just seen him, he was doing his prayer and he just put his hand on him, kept moving. So when he got to me, he stopped and he took the microphone, he put it behind, and he leaned down in my ear, right? And he said, keep doing what you're doing, you're gonna do great things. Right? He said, keep doing what you're doing, you're going to do great things. I'm not going to lie, it shook me up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It shook me up. I mean, it didn't scare me, but it like startled me. You know what I'm saying? Like I startled for a minute, like, what the hell? You know what I mean? Because I'm in the mix. I was in the mix at the time. Now, this was years ago. I was in the mix at the time of, working on doing great things. And like I said, the dude leaned down to me like when we was like cheek to cheek. Well, he whispered in my ear. He put the microphone behind him, and the dude said, keep doing what you're doing. You're going to do great things. And that stuck with me all these years. That had to be 18 years ago, at least. And I'm just curious to know, man. I'm just curious to know if anybody else have had any kind of experience like that, anything similar to it, anything. Because, that kind of shook me up a little bit. Kind of, again, not shook me up like scared me, but just like I wasn't expecting it. I just thought he was just going to come down, do me the same as he did everybody else. And, so after that happened, man, I was just like, this is what it is. This is the real deal right here. I mean, it was validation. You know what I'm saying? The guy don't know me. It's one of them churches where, he didn't know me. He just, and I just knew, him as the pastor. Now, I ain't know him like that. You know what I'm saying? And I just felt like, that was cool. That was cool, but it was something different. It was something different. Sugar Barber said, yes, that was confirmation and prophecy. Okay. I mean, I'll take it. I'll take it. Anybody from, that has that type of, anointing on them, I'll take it. Bodine said, I'm not impressed because, okay, Bodine, I thought you, boy, I done read too far, boy. I thought you couldn't tell me about the preacher, man. But no, Bodine said he's not impressed, about the guys being locked up. When you get in the free world, they don't have the discipline of people watching their every move. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly, man. So it's just one of the things, man. Y'all let me know if you had an experience like that. If so, I want to hear about it. I want to read it. I want to read it out. Your experience. Anybody else done been through something of that nature? Of course, it ain't got to be exact, but some of that nature that you got confirmation of something that was going on, whether it be good or bad. You may have been in a situation where somebody, in that with those credentials told you had to get away from a job or something. I don't know. But let me know. Tell me something. Nobody been through that. I'm the only one. Okay, well, I'll take it then. I'll take it. Damn, I'm the only special one in the group. I ain't tripping. I tell you, I'm used to being the Lone Ranger. I'm used to it. I don't mind taking it. Well, I tell you what, the rest of you churches, man, y'all need to try to find something different to do then if nobody else ain't had some type of experience like that. You know what I mean? And I'm glad I was able to share, and that's fact. That ain't fiction. That's real talk. That really happened, man. Really happened. And guess what? I don't think he wasn't lying. He wasn't lying. So, yeah. So if you ain't never had that type of experience, man, you may be dwelling in the wrong places. You may need to get to the place where you can get some of that in you, man. Because we all need some encouragement from time to time. We all need encouragement from time to time. For real. So, yeah. So listen, man, I want to come on for a minute, do a little chopping it up. Me and my buddy, man, we still figuring different things out on how we want to move and stuff like that. I'm still trying to figure the TikTok thing out. It's a little, because I don't really dabble in that much and none of this stuff much, but most people, you can't tell a lot of people that they look at you like you're crazy. Man, all you gotta do is push a button and keep it moving. But man, look, I got the oldest phone probably known to man, for real, because I just can't see myself spending that type of bread that some of y'all spend on phones and stuff like that. The love to say I always prophesied that God would give me material things of the world. And shortly after I was blessed with a Mercedes, handbags, etc. Well, I be doggone. That's what it is then, man. I mean, that's beautiful. A Mercedes and a handbag? I mean, boy, must be nice. Must be nice. A Mercedes and a handbag. Oh my goodness. What can you say? What can you say? Anybody else? I guess just me and the lovely it then, huh? We the only ones that had somebody, tell us, hey, this is what it is. This is what I see. This is what I feel. It's what I feel. This is what I see. I guess so then. Well, thank you for sharing that, lovely. That's awesome. I think that's awesome. Awesome. Yeah. So yeah, man. Listen, I'm gonna get up out of here. When I come back, the next time I'm gonna get more and more knowledgeable of this stuff. You can rest assured. I'm gonna get more knowledgeable. Oh, wait a minute. Stop the press. Bodine said, when I stop drinking alcohol, now when I see people, they say I look different, talk different, and even walk different. But you got to watch people because they hate to see you do better. Man, look at me. You just sent chill up my spine, boy. Just sent chill up your boy's spine, man. But you right, man. You right. When you move different, especially when you was doing something that wasn't productive, man, and you moving different, man, and those same people are steady running in place, man, yeah, they gonna hate your guts. They gonna hate your guts, bro. For real, man. Because they used to wallowing with you, man. They used to, hey, man, this is what we comfortable at down here, man, the gutter. What's wrong with you? Get yourself together. Who you think you are trying to get yourself together? How dare you get yourself together? That's sad, man. But you got to leave them people laying there, partner. You got to leave them laying there, cool. I'm telling you, man. And then sometimes maybe somebody real close to you, man. But you got to leave them laying there. You heard me? I mean, step over, man, like Al Nelson did to Ron Lou that time. You got to step over, man, and keep it pushing, man, because if you reach down and grab them, man, they may grab you and pull you back down with them, man. For real. Yeah. So he said something when he said that right there. A lot of these people, because he got a different way of moving now, because he ain't on the drink. You got a different way of moving, man. Hey, man, thank you, man. Thank you, man, for sharing that, bro. Thank you, man. I'm serious, man. That's courageous dude, man. And a lot of people need to hear that, man. You feel me? A lot of people need to hear that. Maybe dealing with it right now, man. And they can't shake it, man. They can't shake it. So, man, that was awesome, man. For real. That was awesome, man. That was awesome, bro. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep doing your thing, man. And you know, this is my cousin. I know this cat, man. He moved different. He sound different. Still just the coolest guy in the world, though, man. Still a jokester, a prankster. You know, all the great personality that come with him, minus the drink. Can't beat that, man. Can't beat it. I'm about to get emotional right now, man. Even thinking about it, man, because, you know, I done seen different things. And to see now, man, he right, man. He's on a whole different move, man. On a whole different move. He moved a whole lot different now, more productive, you know, healthy, smiling, laughing. Everything is glorious, man, about life. You know what I'm saying? He on it now. So that's beautiful, man. Thank you for sharing that, bro. Beloved, thank you for sharing your deal with, you know, your prophecy or whatever, man. And yeah. So I'm not the only one that's gonna kind of, you know, yeah, and had that happen. So that's awesome, man. That's always awesome. There's so much going on bad in the world, man. You know, it's good to hear good things like that. You know, because we hear bad every day, every morning. We hear bad, and that's just not how you want to. You don't even want that all over you, man. You don't even want to go thinking about that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, real deal. Yeah. So, hey, look here, man. I'm gonna get up out of here, man, and I'm gonna get back on here Wednesday at 8:00, man. If you're checking me out, come check us out again. Check me out again at Wednesday at 8:00. You know, I'm gonna try to be on time this time. But yeah. So with that being said, man, I'm gonna get up out of here. Hey, everybody, you know, stay woke.